एक और है नित्य.
Please join.
Hello, children. Good evening. So, again, I am back with a poem. Of course, I am Veena Talwar, your English teacher. Today, I'll be taking up the poem Skimbleshanks, a poem by T.S. Eliot. You must have read the poem. This poem is about a cat character in T.S. Eliot's book of poetry, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. So here we find the Skimbleshanks is a very important character in the poem. Let's read the first stanza. There is a whisper down the line at 11:39 when the night mail's ready to depart, saying, Skimble, where is Skimble? Has he gone to hunt the nimble? We must find him in the train, or the train can't start. All the guards and all the porters and the station master's daughters, they are searching high and low, saying, Skimble, where is Skimble? For unless he is very nimble, then the night mail just can't go. At 11:42, then the signal's nearly due, and the passengers are frantic to a man. Then Skimble will appear and he'll saunter to the rear. He's been busy in the luggage van. Now, to summarize it, explain it, at 11:39, the night mail, the train, is ready to depart, but there is a whisper, murmuring, and confusion which imparts a feeling of restlessness. Everyone wants to know the whereabouts of Skimble and inquire whether he has gone to hunt the thimble. The thimble, it's a children's game in which the players look for a hidden thimble. They are waiting for him because they cannot start the journey without him, because he is the one, such an important character. He is the one who has to give the green signal. All the guards, all the porters, and the station master's daughters start searching for him frantically, and they show their indignation that the night mail will not be able to depart unless he is quick and fast. Then at 11:42, when the signal is nearly due and there is a chaos amidst the passengers, Skimble will appear walking in a slow and relaxed way from the luggage van. I hope you have understood. Now, stanza 2. He gives one flash of his glass green eyes, and the signal goes all clear. And we are off at last for the northern part of the northern hemisphere. So the cat, Skimbleshanks, gives a confident look with his glass green eyes, and the signal goes all clear. The train is set for the northern part of the northern hemisphere, right? Now we have stanza 3. You may say that by and large it is Skimble who is in charge of the sleeping car express, from the driver and the guards to the bagman playing cards. He will supervise them all more or less. Down the corridor, he paces and examines all the faces of the travelers in the first and the third. He establishes control by a regular patrol, and he would know at once if anything occurred. He will watch you without winking, and he sees what you are thinking. And it's certain that he doesn't approve of hilarity and riot, so the folk are very quiet. When Skimble is about and on the move, you can play no pranks with Skimbleshanks. He is a cat that cannot be ignored, so nothing goes wrong on the northern mail when Skimbleshanks is aboard. Now let us do the explanation. You cannot deny the fact that Skimble is the whole and sole authority, and he administers it to the best of his capacity. Throughout the journey, whenever you open your eyes or whenever the train halts, you will find Skimble somewhere on the train or out on the platform. He is attributed with roles of a supervisor, station master's friend, or a patrolling officer. He is present everywhere, from the driver and the guards to the bagmen playing cards. He supervises all that is taking place on the train and paces the corridor, examining all the faces. He roams in the first class as well as the third class, establishing full control, taking regular rounds, and keeping a sharp vigil. We get the feel that he does not approve of anything untoward taking place, so he's always on the move. The cat is very intelligent, as if he is detective, and he checks each and everything, and he remembers the faces of people. He checks for all kinds of hilarity and riot and seeks the comfort of the passengers. When Skimble is around, no one can fool him, and his power and authority cannot be denied because in his presence all are safe and sound. Nothing can go amiss when he is around on duty, such is Skimble's aura. Then we come to stanza 4. Oh, it's very pleasant when you have found your little den with your name written up on the door, and the berth is very neat with a newly folded sheet, and there's not a speck of dust on the floor. There is every sort of light. You can make it dark or bright. There is a handle that you turn to make a breeze. There's a funny little basin you are supposed to wash your face in, and a crank to shut the window if you sneeze. Then the guard looks in politely and will ask you very brightly, do you like morning tea, weak or strong? But Skimble is just behind him and was ready to remind him, for Skimble won't let anything go wrong. And when you creep into your cozy berth and pull up the counterpane, you ought to reflect that it's very nice to know that you won't be bothered by mice. You can leave all that to the railway cat, the cat of the railway train. Now, the explanation, it's a cozy feeling when you reach your berths, which have your names written on the door, and the warmth of the berth makes the passengers feel well cared. The berth is spick and span with a newly folded sheet. There is a cleanliness because you cannot spot a speck of dust on the floor. The lights can be dimmed or made bright according to your preference. And above all, there is a handle which, if turned, makes the place cool and breezy. All your comforts are taken into consideration so that you are comfortable and feel at home. There's a small sized basin, a funny kind, of course, which can be used to wash and clean your face. There's also a crank which helps to shut the window if you wish to when you feel cold and fear you may start sneezing due to the cold. While you are going to relax and fall into sweet slumber for the night. You shouldn't be surprised to find the guard inquiring very deftly your preferences regarding the morning tea, whether you would like to have weak or strong tea, and who could have been there behind the guard? Of course, Skimble would be there to give the last minute orders before you retire to bed. And when you slide into the cozy berth of yours and pull up the counterpane to cover yourself, you can be rest assured that you will not be disturbed, not even by the mice, as a railway cat is vigilant and watchful while you sleep peacefully. So you can read the stanza 5, and then I'll just give you the explanation. During the dark hours of the night, our supervisor is on the move, taking rounds as he feels. He is accountable for the safety of all the passengers. He is agile, and you can never catch him unaware or drowsy. And to keep himself alert, you know what he does? Every now and then, he has a cup of tea which is infused with maybe some scotch, that is a kind of whiskey, to stay awake. He takes care of almost everything, even the fleas which might disturb you. How very caring a cat could be, sorry. You were not aware of the places your carriage was leaving behind. You left behind places like Crewe, where you were fast asleep and never knew Skimble was pacing the entire length of the station. You didn't wake up while your watchman was busy greeting the station master with delight and excitement at Carlisle. But somehow or the other, you may have spotted him interacting with cops at dumbfires where he was providing them with all the necessary information. When you enter Gallowgate, you need not have any fear, nor do you have to wait, for our railway cat is ever ready to assist you alight from the carriage. He is definitely dependable. Very courteously, he appears right in front of sorry, in front of you, bidding you goodbye with its long brown tail, as if saying, "I'll see you again," indicating the fact that the journey will be a memorable one. So you'll always want to travel by the midnight mail and have that cat as your protector to take you through a safe journey to your destination with no worries. In other words, the poet describes the importance and significance of Skimbleshanks and portrays him as a responsible supervisor and dictator who gets things done the way he wants to in an impeccable manner. Right, students? So you have understood the explanation of the poem. Okay, so that's all for today. Yes.
Like,
So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and also click the bell icon so that you may get the latest notifications. Right? Okay, thank you.